In 1922, a sealed tomb was opened in Egypt. Inside it were gold, statues, treasure, and the body of a young pharaoh who had been dead for more than 3,000 years. The world was amazed. But then, something creepy happened. The rich man who funded the excavation died. Newspapers went crazy. People said, "The pharaoh's curse has started." And suddenly, every death, every sickness, every accident connected to that tomb became part of the same terrifying story. But here's the question. Was the curse real? Or did humans create a story so powerful that fear itself started doing the damage? Because curses are not just movie ideas. Thousands of years ago, humans were already writing curses on metal, stone, walls, and clay. From ancient Egypt to Rome to Babylon to medieval Europe, people believed words could call invisible forces. They cursed thieves. They cursed enemies. They cursed people who touched graves. They cursed people who stole land. They even cursed people over small things, like stolen clothes, stolen money, and yes, even stolen gloves. Imagine being so angry that someone stole your gloves. You don't go to the police. You write a supernatural complaint letter to a god. That actually happened in Roman Britain. People wrote curse tablets on thin sheets of lead and offered them to gods, asking for revenge or justice. And honestly, it makes sense. Because in the ancient world, if someone stole from you, cheated you, or hurt your family, what could you do? No CCTV, no fingerprint test, no online complaint. So humans did what humans always do when they feel helpless. They looked upward. They asked the universe to punish the person they couldn't punish. That is where curses became powerful. A curse was not just anger. It was revenge. It was justice. It was protection. And sometimes, it was psychological warfare. In ancient Babylon, people used stone monuments to record land grants, with divine symbols protecting the gift. The message was basically clear. This land is protected by the gods. Touch it, and you are asking for trouble. That is how curses worked socially. They scared people away. A curse on a tomb could protect treasure. A curse on land could stop thieves. A curse against a criminal could make them panic. And when fear enters the mind, strange things begin. Think about it. Someone tells you, "You are cursed. Something bad will happen this week." Now your brain becomes a detective. Your phone falls. You think, "It started." You get a headache. You think, "The curse is working." You miss your bus. You think, "This is the sign." Maybe nothing magical happened, but now your brain is trapped inside fear. And fear is not fake. Fear changes your body. Your heart beats faster. Your sleep becomes bad. Your stomach feels weird. You lose focus. You make mistakes. Then those mistakes create more problems. And suddenly, the curse looks real. This is where science becomes more disturbing than ghosts. There is something called the nocebo effect. It is like the dark side of the placebo effect. With placebo, belief can make you feel better. With nocebo, negative belief can make you feel worse. So if a person strongly believes they are cursed, their fear and stress can create real physical symptoms. That doesn't prove magic, but it proves something almost scarier. A curse can work if the human mind accepts it, not always through supernatural power, but through belief, through guilt, through fear, through pressure. This is why curse stories spread everywhere. Egypt had the mummy curse. Rome had curse tablets. Babylon had divine warnings on property records. Europe had witch curses and village legends. Even today, people talk about cursed houses, cursed dolls, cursed movies, cursed teams, cursed families, and cursed objects. Why? Because humans hate random bad luck. When something bad happens for no reason, it feels empty. But when we say, "It was a curse," suddenly the pain has a story. And humans love stories. A random death becomes a mystery. A normal accident becomes a warning. A coincidence becomes proof. That is exactly what happened with King Tut's tomb. One man died after the tomb discovery. Then newspapers connected more deaths to the curse. But years later, when researchers studied the people connected to the tomb, they found no strong evidence that the mummy's curse was real. So scientifically, the curse failed. But as a story, it became immortal. Millions of people still remember it. And that may be the real power of curses. Maybe curses don't control the universe. Maybe they control attention. They make people afraid. They make people obey rules. They protect places. They punish guilt. They turn coincidence into legend. And sometimes, that is enough for people to believe they worked. So, do curses actually work? If you mean, can words magically destroy someone's life? There is no solid scientific proof. But if you mean, can belief, fear, guilt, and stress change a person's body and behavior? Yes, absolutely. A curse may not need a ghost. It may not need a demon. It may not need dark magic. Sometimes all it needs is a human mind that believes it. So maybe the real question is not, do curses work? The real question is, how much power does fear have over us? And maybe that answer is more terrifying than any curse.